The theme of that discussion, motorists are being urged to stay sober on the roads during this long Easter weekend. Law enforcement officials will be out in their numbers on South Africa's busiest roads with the aims to avert accidents and crime. There'll also be a number of roadblocks to deter drunk driving and to promote road safety. Let's unpack the story with Mokebo Thulo, who is the CEO of aware.org. That's an initiative that promotes responsible drinking. It's great to talk to you, Mokebo. Thanks very much for coming on. I mean, do we still have to appeal to motorists not to drink and drive?
Good afternoon, Michelle, and good afternoon to your viewers. Thank you so much for having us. The truth is, yes, the short answer is yes. We still have to continuously appeal to our road users to not drink and drive and to change and improve their behavior all around.
Yeah, and it's important that you say road users because such a large proportion of the people actually killed on our roads every year and during periods like the Easter weekend are actually pedestrians.
Yes, indeed. Approximately 40+% of the fatalities that are experienced on our roads are in fact pedestrians. So a very important part of the population to look to. As we say, whenever we conduct our campaigns, which are conducted throughout the year, we speak to all road users and not just drivers, and we call it an all-of-society issue that we have. So it's not just the person behind the wheel that we appeal to and that we address, but in fact, yes, all road users.
Yeah. What are some of the other issues that feed into our devastating road deaths numbers in South Africa?
I mean, it all boils down to driver behavior, mostly, pedestrian behavior, as you've just pointed out, but also human error. I mean, the reality is that the numbers tell us that 96% of all incidents on the road are related to road user behavior, and that's just about all of the incidents, right? So it's about speeding, it's about the use of roadworthy vehicles, it's about not driving when fatigued, for example. It's about just simply not following the rules of the road. And the unfortunate part is that when one person behaves badly, when one person makes an error, a number of people are affected. One of the key issues that we address specifically is drinking and driving, and that is what our mandate is placed under. Approximately 5.5% of the road incidents or fatalities are related to drinking and driving. But we always say one death is one death too many, and that is why we are here.
I mean, it's really heartbreaking, isn't it, that around this time of year, it's the long weekend, people are very tired already at the start of the year. They're looking forward to maybe getting away for a few days, spending some time with family. And yet we are also bracing ourselves for what the death toll will be on our country's roads.
It's almost unbelievable, especially considering that almost 100% of these incidences are completely avoidable. I think there is a sense of apathy that has deeply creeped into the South African road user, which is unfortunate. And this is what our communication during and throughout the year, especially through Easter and throughout the Christmas period, we speak to, is that nobody is immune to something happening to them, and this problem affects all of us. So the decisions that you make affect everyone else that is using the roads. And it seems to us that, anecdotally at least, that until something happens to the individual road user themselves or to a family member or someone they know, that the message doesn't quite sink through. And that is why we partner and we use the key of collaboration in order to get through to our road users and particularly our motorists in this regard.
Yeah, and we see these devastating incidents all the time in the news, right? Incidents involving trucks, buses of people, numerous accidents that lead to the death of numerous people. You know, the imagery is just so gruesome to even look at what the cars look like after these gruesome incidents. And yeah, as you say, it doesn't seem to be enough of a deterrent, if at all?
I think that fundamentally, most of our road users are aware of the rules of the road. I think that there is a gap between understanding or the knowledge that is imparted and then understanding the potential consequences of that. And that is what we are trying to cross over. So we're trying to eliminate that gap. And we do this in a number of ways. And that's why, as I said, the collaboration is so important. So we must partner with law enforcement. We must be visible from a law enforcement point of view through the use of the roadblocks. We must stop road users. We must screen them. We must make sure that they're following the rules of the road. If they're not, they need to be arrested. They need to be prosecuted. And as we do this and progressively do this and continue supporting all of these endeavors with our messaging, we will get there. And I mean, a lot of progress has been made. So let's not paint a picture of complete doom and gloom. I've said it before that over the December period, for example, in 3 provinces, the numbers went down. In Gauteng, for example, the numbers decreased by a whopping 24%. And I mean, of course, 24% is an excellent number, but there shouldn't be any incidences. But there is progress being made. So all is not lost.
I was actually going to ask you the question about law enforcement. Is the answer to, or at least part of the answer to this challenge that we have in the country around safety on our roads, around having more people, more law enforcement officials, more visible policing, and is the thing that's sort of stopping the policing aspect from being effective the challenge of bribes that we know very well in South Africa?
Okay, so to answer your first question, yes, law enforcement is critical in ensuring that we are able to stop the scourge of the road incidences on our roads. We've seen from a global point of view, we've seen case studies where it shows us that the numbers decrease immediately once visibility on the roads increase. Mm-hmm. We, in our pilot program, for example, with the JMPD in 2023-2024, immediately saw a 6% decrease in DUIs and road incidences as soon as we partnered with them to ensure that we bolted up the number of roadblocks on the road. So number one, yes, law enforcement is absolutely critical. And it is critical to ensure that they have what it takes for them to be able to do their jobs correctly. So from a resourcing point of view. And then, of course, this segues into your second question, which is the question of the bribes. And we often get asked this question, and we speak very openly to our law enforcement partners about this too. And they take account for this. They also recognize the problem within around bribery and officers being open to potentially take bribes. And they are looking at this, and it's something that is a focus area in the various departments in order for them to be able to eliminate these crooked, unfortunate law enforcement officers. But these are not all law enforcement officers. Not all enforcement officers are taking bribes. There are good men and women that work hard and that spend hours and risk their lives on our roads. Let this not be forgotten. And another thing that we always point out when the issue of bribery is brought into the conversation is that it takes 2 to tango. The fact that they are able to take bribes means that they are often being offered bribes or somebody is willing to pay the bribe. And if we are saying that this is a problem that concerns all of society, it means that you, me, our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our fathers, and everyone else that we know must also take accountability for their role in making sure that our roads are safe. If we all claim that we care about our road safety, it means that we also must not be the ones that are either offering these bribes or paying these bribes. We must ring the bell or report the crooked officers, even if, for example, as most people say, sometimes they feel that they are coerced or they don't have a choice, etc., etc. So do the right thing, report them. We need to weed the crooked law enforcement officers out and keep the good guys and keep supporting the good guys. And this idea, and it is a reality, of the bribes is important, but it's not an excuse. It's all of us that need to do the right thing.
No, certainly. And I think some important messaging there, and just a reminder for all of us to do our part, our small part in trying to keep us all safe on the road. Mokebo Thulo is the CEO of aware.org. It is an initiative that promotes responsible drinking as well. Thanks very much for your time this afternoon.